Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing a restoration of a number 3 Barbie. Now this is not going to be a drastic transformation as she is quite beautiful, as you can see.
Just because we're pretty, everybody's jealous.
The only thing that needs to be touched up is one eyelash ridge, and that's it. What we're really going to be tackling today is her hair. Now it looks like the original owner tried to keep her as neat and prim as possible, but she does need to have her original ponytail put back in. She doesn't have any other flaws, so to speak. She's just got a very dirty body right here, but so do I.
We both have so much in common. We both love soup.
But she's so pretty. This is going to be a restoration for one of my clients. They sent me this lovely Barbie, and I really don't take that lightly because this is a very expensive doll. They put a lot of trust in me to do a very good job, and that is exactly what we are going to strive to do today with this restoration. Now, we will be doing, like, if you would like, I could whip out my number 1 again, and then we could do a little comparison between a number 3 and a number 1. I've already done a video comparing all of the Ponytail Barbies together, so if you are interested in that, maybe I could find that video someplace, but this will not be the video for that. This is just going to be a video where we restore and clean up this doll. First thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take her little hair tie out of here. It's not original, and it could just come out because we need to give her a bath. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take special care when brushing this hair because it doesn't appear to me that it's ever really been brushed. It just seems like it was taken out of the ponytail and then it kind of got all frizzy and matted, and that is just how it is right now. So we're going to try to tackle this as best as we can. Now, if we look at her real close, you can see she's a very beautiful doll. She's an early number 3, and we go down and she's really got maybe a little stain right there, but again, like, it's not enough for me to warrant a stain removal. We'll see. I think it might actually just scrub right off. You can see at the tip of her toe, she does have a stain there. It's from the black shoes. It happens all the time on these early Ponytail Barbies. They just kind of get stains everywhere and their original color fades. But with this one, you can kind of see the original color peeping through on the breast. Like, you can kind of see how she originally would have been. And honestly, even though she is a little bit pale, it really does not hide from the fact that she is a gorgeous doll. These dolls also might make a little bit of an appearance. I actually got these off of eBay for the both of them for $40, free shipping. And it is such an amazing deal because look at that Francie. She's absolutely stunning. She doesn't even need to have her face coloring put back in because it is still there and still going strong. She's absolutely gorgeous. Then we have a little bubble cut here, poor little bubble. She is a first edition bubble cut, and she has the light pale pink lips with the brunette hair. A very strange color combination, but it's still really cute and very pretty. Now, the original pink is still in the inside of the lips, but the outer corner has faded into a white, so we will have to do a few things to repaint it, but there she is. She's actually really cute. She's like on the verge of having a tight curled bubble between having a thick haired bubble, so she's like somewhere in between that transitional phase. But I'm so excited to have these two, and I'm definitely excited to have a whack at restoring a number 3. When restoring a number 3, you can really treat her like any of your other vintage Barbies. These earlier Barbies from 1 to a 4 were very durable. I've had more bendable leg American Girl dolls and number 5 Barbies break on me more than these dolls. Nothing really gets brittle about these dolls except for the neck knot, which I see more often than not is either torn or ripped or just nearly hanging on by a thread. And although that is something to look out for whenever you are making such a big purchase like for a number 3, it's not something to be afraid of. But just know what you are buying before you buy it, and also know how to take care of the bad things or if anything goes wrong before you make such a big purchase. And also remember that these are childhood playthings. These are not made to be collector's items. They turned into one. So even though they're very expensive now, just keep in mind that these were made to be played with. They were made to spark the imagination and to bring you joy. So don't feel bad about playing with one or dressing up one or even giving one a bath. But when giving them a bath, you might want to look into getting some baking soda and some dish detergent soap. It's my go-to whenever I start a restoration. I personally like to use Dawn dish soap, but you can use whatever dish soap is at your disposal. I just use it because it's always been in my house ever since I was a kid, so there's always been an ample supply of this dish soap just hanging around. If you are curious for a more in-depth cleaning tutorial, I do have a doll restorations and tutorials playlist. I will link that playlist down in the description for you guys. Those tutorials are specifically designed to help you with a very particular part of your restoration journey. Let's look at this doll like closely. She is so beautiful, don't you agree? There's something so magical and yet exotic about the number 3 Barbies, especially the ones with the brown liner. There's just something so magical and mystical about them to me. Maybe it's because they've never been easily accessible in my area. Like, I've never seen one in the wild, even for a crazy price. As a child, I was so fixated on the number 1 Barbie and the bubble cut Barbie. It's almost as if I looked right over the number 3s, which is so easy to do as they are Barbie in her transitional period. Barbie had found her audience and she's really trying to go for her new signature look. And if you look at her face, you can kind of see that Mattel's trying to go for a more sweeter approach than their number 1 Barbie. The number 1 Barbie almost looks very bitchy and a little bit standoffish compared to the number 3, who looks much sweeter and far less intimidating than the number 1. I'm just so grateful to have friends and clients who let me work on their dolls, because it gives you the opportunity to hold history in the palm of your hand, even if you're pouring hot boiling water all over it, which helps rejuvenate this doll's poorly damaged hair and making it look more glossy. We are on to repainting, and there's really not that much to do. I did ask the client exactly what they were looking for whenever it came to this repaint. They were looking for her nostrils to be put back in, and they were also looking for the eyelash ridges to be repainted, and that's honestly the least I could do for this doll. I also went ahead and touched up her nail polish and her toenail polish. When I repaint my dolls, I do use acrylic paints, and I like to dilute the paint with water so that way there's no streaks. Nothing looks more distracting than brush strokes on what's supposed to be a stenciled doll. Just remember to take your time with it and have fun. And it's really going to be dependent on the color, how many coats you will have to do, especially if you dilute the paint. With lighter colors, I found it takes a lot more layers than what it does for more rich and darker colors. White pigments or brighter pigments like a light pink, that's going to take many coats, and it will definitely make you test your patience. When I work on my dolls, I like to listen to music or watch my favorite YouTube videos, or maybe watch a favorite TV show, just something to keep myself occupied and to really just use that time for me time. After I paint their nails, I will go in with this Model Master acrylic. It doesn't dry down completely matte. There is still a slight sheen to it, as you can see. I put it on there to protect the paint and just so that it doesn't rub off on any of her clothing like gloves or any other sorts of accessories. I do it to the toes as well. So I like to dilute it because it does come out pretty thick.
That's what she said.
So I like to put it down on my palette paper and just kind of spread it around a bit so that way there's not so much of it onto my paintbrush. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and get her hair done, and then she will be good to go. Okay, so let's do Barbie's hair. So here she is with the earrings that I made for her. And I make them to look exactly like the originals. So this doll will look deceiving. They'll be like, oh my gosh, she's gonna get green hair.
Oh, that's nice.
But no, she's not, because it's made of 100% acrylic and I hand paint them. So yes, she's looking gorgeous. Look at that face. Oh, look at that mug.
Girl, you are beautiful. Look at that face. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So I digress. So we're going to go ahead and do her hair. Ponytails are actually rather simple to do, especially if you are doing them when their hair is dry. I do recommend doing them whenever the hair is dry. I used to try to do their hair whenever their hair was wet, but let me tell you, it just makes it a little bit more difficult to get the right kind of traction. It gets more slippery than hanging out with P. Diddy. So do you see like over here, like how there are two different lengths? Do you see that? This is not a mistake. So this is the hair that is going to wrap around the ponytail and create that band right there. Do you see that? Yeah, so you want to go ahead and take a look. See, they usually start over here on the left side above the ear. I've seen them start over here, which is strange. I've seen them start all the way down here. This one is starting right here in the middle part right there next to the scalp. I don't really think there's a rhyme, nor is there a reason. So what you could do is you could do your ponytail. Go ahead and put it up like so, and then wrap around, which would give you that kind of look, or put it all in a ponytail and then wrap it around whenever it's back under there. So that's what I'm going to do with this one right here, because I want this hair to look seamless. This will probably be her last beauty salon trip for quite some time anyway. Hopefully she'll stay fabulous forever. Okay, let's see. When doing your ponytail, do not put a top knot. This is where you want it to be. You want it to be at the back of the head. Do not put it right here. A lot of people put it right here because they have the reproductions, and Reproduction Barbie puts it right up here. It is back here. This is where you want it. You don't want it so low to where it looks like the ponytail is coming out. You want it right at the back of the temple, okay? Right back there. Not there, not back here, right there, okay? So now we can get our really long strand right here, which is really easy to fish out. There we go. We could go ahead and brush it like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bobby pin. I'm going to put it right at the end. We're going to go around like a little airplane. And then we are going to put it through the loop right here. You're going to take the hair out of the bobby pin like so. Eek, eek, eek. Okay, and then you're going to pull taut. And there it is. There it is, girls. See how easy that was? Easy. Okay, so here's an extra step. You don't have to do it, but it does make it a little bit more sturdy. You see how we have this little thingy right back here? Go ahead and brush the extra hair out of its way. So you see like how we have this back here? That little rubber band. Let's go ahead and pull that out. Okay, and then we're going to put this into that little rubber band, and that is just going to secure it. There we go. Contorted my finger, boop. There we are. Now that is just going to keep that back there until this rubber band dry rots. But at least our band is in there. It is secure. She's looking fabulous. We're going to go ahead and do her hard curl in the back. So I'm going to brush back her hair like so. Boop. I'm going to take our rubber band, and a good gauge for where to put your rubber band is really at the nape of the bottom of the joint, like right here. Do you see? That's a great spot to put it, right there. Might even take it just a little bit lower. So we have got so much hair back here for a hard curl. You could do this curl like many different ways. You could even braid this if you wanted to. There were some of these that had braided ponytails, and those are very interesting and pretty. But what we're going to do is we are going to do a hard curl. So to get started with the hard curl, I have a little pot right here with a cotton ball and a bunch of diluted hair gel. So I am going to actually smother this on the bottom of our ponytail, okay? Right on the ends. And I'm just gonna soak that in. I'm gonna try not to get this like on all over like the ponytail itself. But I'm just gonna do that. Now there are several ways to doing a hard curl. You just want to find a way that is easiest for you or whatever works for you. Like I have always said on here, there are several ways to cooking an egg, okay? And the end result might look different But guess what? It's still an egg. And it's still cooked. At least you would hope. Unless you suck at cooking.
So glad you came. Bye-bye.
So let's go ahead and put some Got to Be Glued all over this. Now, I'm definitely gonna glue the hell out of this, okay? This is got to be glued, girl. Fun fact, a lot of people that wear wigs use this as wig glue. That's like how hard the hold is. Go. Lather it on. You want to get the inside right here. You want to get it really nice and lathered with this Got to Be Glued crap, okay? All right, so do you think we're done? We're not. It looks nice and glossy, doesn't it? Good. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. There. So, I'm going to take a bobby pin and I'm going to put it right here. Boop. I'm gonna take another bobby pin and I'm gonna put it on the other side. Boop. I'm gonna try to meet them right there. Okay, here we go. We're gonna flip up. And curl under. Oh! There we go. Just curl under. Now you are going to hold this until it's completely dry. I hope you all have a great rest of your life.
That's a joke, right? Of course it's a joke. I'm a drunken bitch.
Just kidding. I'm gonna take, I'm a hot mess. It's like midnight whenever I'm filming this, by the way. I'm gonna take this little hairpin. I'm gonna pin it right there. I use this for my own little curls, my own hair. Barbie and I share these. And there. Check that out, folks. You're done. And I'm just gonna let this dry overnight, and whenever I get back to it, hopefully it will be closer to being done. So I'm just gonna put some more of this gel on there because you can never have that much gel on here. There we go. Put that on the sides. Get that nice and distributed up in there. So go to the back. We'll do to the back too. Okay, now I'm going to put some of this gel that's remainder on my finger alongside her ponytail. Because the hair fiber, it is so brittle and it is old, it will kind of get some dead ends here and there. There is something. There's a piece of hair right there. What? Girl. There we go, is what to say. You in what army? Okay, let's see here. Do to the back. This is how I get all of my dolls to look so nice and sleek. I'm gonna go in with some diluted gel. Just put that on. This is my secret for making my doll's hair look nice and new and shiny. It really brings it back to life, folks. It really does. Okay, so for all intents and purposes, she's done. So after she is all completely dried, we will do a full reveal, and I'll also show you how my fancy and my other bubble cut came out, because, you know, they're not really part of this video, but they kind of are because we got them at the same time. But I'm so excited. She looks really beautiful, and I really hope that her owner loves her. So because her hard curl now is dried and the stall will be transported, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tie the ponytail down. I do this with my own dolls actually as well, and it just makes them look a little bit neater over time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little piece of thread like so, and I'm going to put this underneath the rim of her neck and like where the neck knob is, so that it's virtually undetectable. Like if I didn't tell you there's a string there, you probably wouldn't have noticed. I'm going to go to the back, and then I'm just going to tie the bottom end of this ponytail down like so, just like that. Not super tight, but just enough to where the ponytail just stays and goes exactly where I want it, which is nowhere. I'll cut it down like so. And then there we go. Now let's get this doll dressed up, and then she's ready for her reveal. Before I show you the number 3, let me show you how my 2 dolls turned out. So these are the 2 dolls that I got on eBay for $40 together, free shipping. And I would put shoes on her, but I'm gonna be honest, I will be selling her. She will be available on my eBay shop. There will be a lot of vintage Barbies and restored items on my eBay page, and whenever I do, I will make a post on my channel. Keep your eye out and look for those posts. If you are interested in having some of these restored dolls, then go ahead and check on my eBay page. I'll leave a link. You can leave a follow, and whenever I upload, you will see everything that I have to offer. But here we are. We have these 2 lovely girls. Let's start with Francie. Francie is one that I just am so in love with. Look at her. Everything on her is original. I did not have to touch a thing with her. Her lashes are all original. Her hair is all original. Makeup, everything. I put her in this cute outfit, and it's super cute on her. And I love like the shocking aqua mixed with the yellow. It is so beautiful, and she looks so pretty. There's really, I can't really say that much about Francie, because again, I didn't even record it because all I did was give her a bath. And if you are interested in how to give your vintage dolls baths, I do have a playlist that might interest you. It's under my Dolls, Restorations, and Tutorials playlist. You're more than welcome to check it out to learn how to restore your dolls to make them look just like this. Here we have the brunette Bubble. Again, a very different color combination we have here with the light pink and the dark brunette hair. She's almost like a piece of dark chocolate. She's absolutely adorable, and she too got her little mani-pedi done. She's ready for her new owner whenever that is. And of course, she has green safe earrings. It's a little something I like to do for my Barbies, but there she is, super pretty Barbie. I very seldom see, and you will very seldom see, these brunette dolls with the light pink lipstick. It's really cool and interesting that she originally had that light pink color, so I'm happy I put that back on her. And now they both look stunning. This is just a testament to the restoration tips that I give you. Like, they do work, and you are able to get them looking as nice and pretty as these dolls right here. Okay, on to the whole reason I decided to make this video. Here is the number 3 all done up. I will give a 360 so you can see her in her glory. There she is, looking beautiful and stunning as ever. Almost looks as new as the day she was purchased back in 1960. Beautiful doll. I really hope that her owner is very satisfied with the work. Here's up close. Super beautiful doll. She's absolutely stunning. I have ponytail envy. I would love to have another number 3. And to me, like, they're so beautiful. They're much softer than the number 1s. They give you a different look, but the same feeling, and I really do like them. I would say, like, overall, my favorite ponytails are probably the early number 4s, because I love their little pancake looking makeup. I think it's so cute and so like Technicolor Hollywood kind of glamour and mystique, you know. But yeah, so I hope that they enjoy it. I hope that you all enjoy this doll because she's really beautiful. And as I promised, I will do a comparison between her and my number 1. Okay, here they are side by side together. I changed my number 1 Barbie into a very casual dress so that way they can kind of be sisters. As you can see, they're very similar. They have the same skin, so they're made with the same vinyl where they've got like more rubbery arms than usual, and they have rubber torsos, like some hard vinyl torsos that feel more rubbery. Their head molds are also different than any doll from 1961-ish era. They're just slightly tweaked a bit. So like for instance, these dolls do not have the same head mold as this doll right here. It is very different. You can see this is like when Barbie is developing more, becoming her own, and these two dolls are definitely earlier. So if we look at them, they do look very similar. However, you can tell that this one's makeup of the 1959 doll, her makeup is much more harsh than the really pretty doll. Like they're both very pretty, okay? But like a number 3 is so soft and sweet. And then you've got the number 1 who looks like she's judging everybody, which I love that about her. But the main difference between these dolls are, of course, the bottom of the feet. You see no holes whatsoever. I'm gonna take Barbie off her stand. I'm gonna take her shoe off so you can see. She has holes with little copper wires in there. And you will find this on some number 1s, like where the Japan is labeled right here, or it's labeled like it is on that doll where it's lengthwise. I'll show you. So there are 2 different versions of a number 1 where the Japan will be like this and then where Japan will be like this. It's really just of collector preference, but there we go. Now this number 3 has retained a lot of color even still. Like I would say she looks very good for what she is. My number 1 is ghostly pale. She doesn't have really any coloring except for some slight look like it's green, but it's not. It's of her color. Her boobies are a little bit more colored, but still. Anyway, there you go. They're side by side, having fun, dancing and whatnot. So there she is, all nice and restored. And here she is next to her older sister. They're out there playing, hanging around, dancing, doing the swak hops, you know, whatever 1959 and 1960 girls do. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope that it was slightly entertaining for you. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and thank you to my client for letting me have the opportunity to work on their doll. And yeah, I hope you all have a fabulous and festive holiday and a fabulous rest of your day. Bye-bye.
When you are Barbie, the teenage fashion model, and it's a special occasion, it may be the senior prom or a glamorous date with Ken, well, the clothes you wear are very special, and you want to feel very special too. So, first thing you do is this. Take a glamorous bubble bath with new Barbie Bubble Bath. You'll love it because it's real bubble bath for a real occasion. For the prettiest bubbles to tickle your nose, make you feel pretty right down to your toes. Before every special occasion, or just whenever you want to feel special, take a tip from Barbie. Take a bubble bath. Every time is a special occasion when it's a Barbie bubble bath. It's real. And did you know? Now there's Barbie shampoo. It makes gobs of lather and it won't sting your eyes. Why not try both? New Barbie shampoo and new Barbie bubble bath. Both from Helene Curtis.